In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can shoot product videos that look like this. This is the ultimate product video hack, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. It's coming up. Hey everyone, Steve here from Learn Online Video, and in this video I'm going to show you my all-time favorite hack for shooting product videos. This effect works great for shooting both videos or photos and can be replicated using any camera, including your smartphone. And it's completely customizable, so you can really tailor it to the look and feel that you're going for. Today's video is brought to you by Storyblocks. A huge thank you to them for sponsoring this episode. I've been using Storyblocks for years. It is one of the best places for royalty-free stock footage, animated templates, titles, music, and sound effects. But more on them later, because right now I want to show you exactly what you're going to need to pull off this hack. Number one, a camera. Any camera will do. DSLR, mirrorless, smartphone, it doesn't matter. Number two, a screen. This could be an iPad, computer screen, laptop, or television. Again, it doesn't matter. Number three, a reflective surface. A mirror is perfect. A piece of perspex will do. Just use anything that you've got. And number four, an animated background of your choice. I recommend experimenting with a good variety of backgrounds. Try different colors, movements, and styles. And of course, you're going to need some kind of product to shoot. I've got a few products laid out here. I'm just going to show you this effect using all of these because the effect is nice and quick to do, and it'll show you all the different ways that this effect can be used. Now, as you can see, I've got my digital background on my screen, and the aim of the game here is to create some kind of stand for your reflective surface to lay on. I'm using some acoustic foam that I had laying around, but boxes, books, anything will do. Now, I want my mirror to lay exactly halfway up my screen and sit level, not like this. I'm going to need to raise my mirror slightly. These magazines will do nicely and allow me to fine-tune my levels. Now, the reason for doing this is to create symmetry. If my mirror was slightly off with this background, then the effect would not look symmetrical. Now, I'm going to place this toy car on the mirror. This will be our product for now, and then hit play on my digital background. I'm now going to take my smartphone, hit record, and start pushing forward towards my focal point, and this is the result. Also, you don't need to move your camera for this. You could just put your camera on a tripod and lock it off and have a static shot. This still looks great. Also, if you'd like to add another layer of movement to this effect, then try introducing some light. I'm using this small LED and slowly shining it on my focal point to reveal it. Now let's mix things up and try a completely different style using this bottle of perfume. This time I'm going to use this colored ink background and keep my camera nice and still. Let's take a look. Not bad. Okay, now this time I'm going to use this darker background. I'm going to place my phone on an old manual. This will help me get a much smoother slide across this mirror and pull back. This could literally be a one-shot perfume commercial. Let's take a look. What do you think? Not bad, right? To say it was shot on a phone, but how can we improve on this? How can we take this effect to the next level? Well, we could try adding more movement. We could try spinning our product. This would definitely help make things look more interesting. Bonus budget hack here, okay? Yes, there are of course products specifically designed to spin things, but these can be quite expensive and I don't have one. But what I do have is a Lazy Susan. These things are designed for serving food, but are the perfect way for spinning your products on a budget. I'm going to place the Lazy Susan on my foam and this time use a piece of black perspex and a pair of sunglasses. I'm also now shooting using a mirrorless camera and a 17 to 40mm lens to see what results we get. I'm going to give my product a little spin and this is the result. Be sure to experiment with this effect, use different products, backgrounds, spin your product at different speeds and get creative. Okay, next up we've got this old retro camera, and this time I really want to add another layer of interest and believability to this shot. I want to try and add some red lights to this product to match the background and really make it feel like it's part of the environment. Now, all I've got is this old LED light that I used in one of the previous shots, but it's cracked and it doesn't change color, and to be honest, it's a piece of crap. But instead of going out and buying a new light that changes color, I'm simply going to use some of this red colored filter gel that I had laying around. You can pick this stuff up online relatively cheap, and it comes in just about any color you like. I'm going to cut out a small piece of this gel, stick it onto my light, and wave it over my product whilst rotating it. Let's take a look. I also used this effect on the toy car, and I was amazed at how well it worked. The red light bounces off the car and really lights it up, creating a nice contrast between it and the background. And creating contrast between your focal point and the background is one of my biggest tips when it comes to using this effect. Try to use colors at the opposite end of the color wheel for this. Take blue and red, for example. These are at the opposite ends of the color wheel, just like the toy car and the background. This will really help your product stand out and stop them from getting lost. But as always, experiment and do what works best for you. Now, the bigger your product, the bigger your screen and mirror will need to be. Now let's try shooting this drone using a television as our background. But before we do that, let's head over to Storyblocks and grab a few more animated backgrounds for this effect. Storyblocks literally has over 1 million digital assets to choose from. Everything from stock footage, title templates that are easy to customize, perfect for YouTube videos. They've got music, sound effects, and these animated backgrounds that we're using for this effect today. Their website's really easy to use, and everything is categorized so it's all easy to find. Now for this effect, I'm going to search neon light under animated backgrounds and see what we can find. Let's try this one here, hyperspace jump through the stars. That looks good. And how about this one, abstract lights? And one more, let's go for this one here with the blue diamonds. And this is what I love about Storyblocks. They have an all-access plan that gives you unlimited downloads to their huge library of digital assets. So I can just download and experiment as much as I like. Be sure to check out Storyblocks, link in the description below, or visit storyblocks.com/learn video to find out more. So now that we have our new digital backgrounds, let's prep for shooting this drone. This time I'm going to make sure that both my screen and mirror are extra clean with no fingerprints or dust. Again, I'm going to use some acoustic foam to create a stand for my mirror to lay on and place my drone onto the mirror. This time I put my digital backgrounds onto an SD card and played them through my TV's media player. This is a static shot of the drone. Not bad. Now let's add some more light and camera movement using this slider. Here's the result. Now, a lot of these digital backgrounds are short, between 5 or 10 seconds long, but it definitely helps to have longer versions of these when shooting. I imported my favorite backgrounds into my editing program, Final Cut Pro X, and simply duplicated the background multiple times to create a 3-minute version. This ensures you have plenty of time to capture the shots that you need. Also, don't forget, up until now, all we've done is shoot video, but this effect works really well for photography too. You can capture some really interesting effects using this technique. Now, for me, this effect works best when it's sprinkled in to a sequence rather than creating an entire sequence using this effect. So look, be sure to experiment and have fun with this. I would love to see your results. Also, be sure to check out Storyblocks for all your digital backgrounds. I will link them in the description below. If you found this video useful, do let me know by giving it the old thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, learn more about video production, you can do that by watching one of my other videos just over there. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.